everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajwa and I hope this video finds you well. If you are new to this place, please consider subscribing, and to all my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you. In most occasions when I visit Tom Ford counters, there are some few fragrances which stick out to me and I always sort of sample those ones. These include Lost Cherry, Tobacco Vanille, Ombre Leather, Oud Wood, Soleil Blanc. Those are the ones that sort of interest me or I've really heard much about, so I always almost sample those ones. However, I have sampled Bitter Peach, but I really cannot recall how exactly it smells because I never really paid much attention to that particular one. It never really seemed to appeal to me. But today I have two fragrances which are obviously dupes of Tom Ford, Lost Cherry and Bitter Peach. These colorful, conspicuous, bright colors which are like so eye-catching, and I'm super excited about them. I've seen the Maison Alhambra dupes going around. Those ones, people have quoted that they've picked them up for around $40 to $45, but these ones, or these two, both are less than $15. That is how much I picked this one for. I think this one was like $10 and this one was around $12. So these are much more affordable alternatives to the Maison Alhambra if you want to really test them. But do they smell close? Let's get to it. I'll start with Lost Cherry. Obviously fashioned after the good old Lost Cherry, with the package, the cardboard, everything. Like, it's so thick, well done, very structured, and the bottle itself is like also sort of close to the original. Before I even go ahead, I just want to put it out there that this one is a pretty close dupe of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. If there is one thing that I like about fragrance world, is the fact that they're able to get almost like 90% accuracy of whatever they are trying to dupe, including the fragrance itself. So I can go ahead and tell you that this is a very good dupe of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. You get that sour cherry, you get that blackberries, you get some rose, you get some almonds, you get some vanilla. It's not even a watered down version in most cases, as with dupe fragrances. This one does not smell watered down. It is quite thick, it is quite deep. It gives you that presence of like a good fragrance or a good mix. It doesn't come off as synthetic, it doesn't come off as light, it doesn't come off as medicinal or that sort of synthetic vibe. However, because it's a cherry fragrance, it gives off that sort of syrupy vibes as in most cherry fragrances. This one equally has that, but it is not overly syrupy to the point that it becomes nauseating or comes across as medicinal and a bit off-putting. This one is not. It smells beautiful. It comes across as a floral dress sort of fragrance to me, like a floral floaty dress or a very simple floral dress, and much more flirtatious than sexy or sensual. That is how this one comes across. You get the cherry, you get that bitter almond, you get the cherry is also sour. It's not like a bright, effervescent sort of fizzy cherry. It is quite sour, it is quite bitter. Then you get that rose in it. The rose is like a jammy rose, so that mix comes together and it's so beautiful. So this one is like a yes for me. I would highly recommend this for anyone looking for a great alternative to Lost Cherry, because this one is like super duper close to the original scent. Performance is quite average. Lost Cherry, I know, has the very abysmal performance. This one will give you a decent 3 to 4 hours on clothes, but on skin maybe around 2 to 3 hours. On clothes, if you sort of overspray, you get a decent 3-4. If you push it that much, maybe 5 hours. That is how this one performs on me, at least on my skin and on clothes, ever since I've tested this one out. So that is what I have about Lost Cherry. Let's move on to the second fragrance, which is Intense Peach, also by Fragrance World. And this is fashioned after Bitter Peach, but I honestly do not recall exactly how Bitter Peach smells because it's never really been one that caught my attention. So on like the 1 or 2 occasions that I sampled it, I didn't even really take much note of it. However, this is how this one smells to me. It is literally a bitter peach. The notes in the original one includes peach, bitter orange, some vetiver, some labdanum, some musk, some vanilla, a host of notes. This one gives you a literal meaning to intense peach. It comes off across as peach with some blood orange. Those are what you get at the top. Like immediately you spray, those two notes are the one that meets you, immediately. You get the intense peach or the peach plus some blood orange, and then to me, I get some leather because of that labdanum. It gives me that sort of leathery vibes. It also comes across as a bit green. I understand it has Divana, and Divana also, comes off as green. So it gives me that green, earthy, vetiver vibes. That is what this one gives me, especially at the top or at the opening. Once you spray this, it is bitter. You get that blood orange, which has not much sweetness to it. So this one is not like a sweet one, like other fruity fragrances. It is quite, the peach in it is like a bit ripe, but it's not like overly sweet. So you get that peach, you get that blood orange, you get that labdanum leather touches to it. Then you get that green touch. It has a green vibes to it. So on the opening, it is very prominent. These notes, the peach, the blood orange, the leather or labdanum vibes, and the green, they are very, very prominent at the opening. As soon as you spray it, you get that. Then it dries down to this subtle peach with that leather also still there. But then you get the vanilla and the tonka more at the dry down, and somehow it becomes a little bit animalic on my skin, like just a tad bit animalic on my skin. Like there's something like a musky animalic sort of touch to this one. I'm not too sure whether the original one also has that, but this is what bitter peach gives me. It is so intense with the blood orange, intense with the, not necessarily the peach, but the peach stays throughout the life of this fragrance. But the bitter orange is quite prominent. The labdanum leathery touches is quite prominent. That vanilla shines at the dry down, and you get that, overall fruity, sweet, earthy, green vibes. Like that is exactly what you get. Fruity, green, earthy, green vibes. That is what you get from Intense Peach by Fragrance World. I think I like it. It is not a love for me, but I think it will do, if you're looking for something in that fruity, but not like too overly sweet. So it's quite a unisex fragrance. Unlike the last cherry, which I consider much more feminine. This one, to me, is quite unisex because of that labdanum, green, blood orange, not so sweet, fruity vibes that this one has. It is very unisex, so men can equally rock this one. However, it doesn't really project on me, my skin sort of sucks this one up. As soon as I spray this, I spray and spray and spray, but I really don't get that much on my skin. It does a little better when I spray this one on clothes. So like maybe you can just try it on your skin to see how it performs, but on my skin it doesn't really do that well. But it's much better on clothes. I can get a decent 5 hours on clothes, but on my skin maybe after 2 hours, then it's easily like it's not even, it doesn't even become a skin scent, it just goes away. But on clothes, once you put the clothes away and you pick it up, you can get whiffs of the this fragrance in it. So it's quite okay. It doesn't really leave a scent trail that much. It doesn't, the performance is quite average, it is quite average. But for these two fragrances, Last Cherry and Intense Peach, I think they are like very well done. The prices are right. This one is like a very close dupe. I'm not too sure how similar this one is to the original, but if you are in the mood for peachy, blood orange, labdanum, green, earthy vibes, this one will suffice for you. And of course, Last Cherry is going to be, if you want the original but at a fraction of the price, then obviously you can just go for this one. I highly recommend both fragrances. You know, I think they are among one of the much more affordable alternatives that I have seen so far. I've seen the ones from Alhambra, which are a bit pricey, you know, but these ones, this one gives you exact, you know, exact Lost Cherry vibes. This one, I'm not too sure, but if you have tried both before, just let me know. Please just let me know in the comment section. So that is all I have for you today. I'm excited about these ones. This one gives me a pretty girl, you know, flirty vibes. This one gives me like an everyday sort of fruity, you know, earthy vibes. And they are both like really, really good. So that is like all I can say about these two. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to this place, please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.